Hello and welcome. We're going to be going over KEEPA today. For those of you guys that aren't familiar with this software, it's KEEPA, K-E-E-P-A. You can go on over to KEEPA.com. It's $20 a month. There is no affiliate link, whatever. Just go over there and get it. It will be a life changer for you in looking at historical information regarding any of the listings that are out there. Let's go over the three major points, and then we're going to look at it live on some listings. First thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the top line, which is basically representing the buy box. For those of you guys that are unfamiliar with how you price your products, remember this. KEEPA is the line where you need to be. When you're above the line, you don't win the buy box. When you're below the line, you don't win the buy box. Does that mean there are sales that happen for people that are lower priced and higher priced? Absolutely. But what we're talking about is 82% of all sales happen in the buy box. So it's important that you actually are in the buy box and you're at that price range. The next thing is the BSR. For those of you guys are not familiar, every product on Amazon has what's called a best sales rank. It's a ranking given by Amazon for score for those products, or basically ranking them from number one product on in all the inventory all the way up to like millions. So the higher the BSR, the worse the product. The lower the BSR, the better the product. There's also a yellow line that follows across the middle. In this chart, you can't see it, but I will show you live an example of it. The bottom is the ratings count, which we don't necessarily need to worry about, but the purple line right here does reflect the actual offers that are on the listing. So maybe you're competing with 10 other offers on a listing. Let's go ahead and take a look at a listing right now. Now, please save all of the commentary and all the bullshit. I really don't want to hear it today on this listing. We're going to look up this Trader Joe's pickle seasoning. And for those of you guys that can't get approved for it, I'm going to give you some really good advice. The first thing is this: sell more. The best way to get ungated for these things is to sell more. You want to sell grocery, you want to be auto ungated for stuff like this, sell more grocery, pick other products. But for right now, let's go ahead and talk about this one. So we have Trader Joe's right here. There's a couple ways you can see the chart. You can see it actually has all the data in here, but this chart is the free version that's actually pulled from KEEPA and then put into SellerAmp so you can see it. So you can't see all the data that you really want to see. So let's go ahead and look at this product itself. Say Trader Joe's dill pickle seasoning. I think it's like $2.49. And just for you, for those of you guys that are out there, let's just open it really quick so you can see. Really, $2.49, 400 stamp. Currently selling, it looks like it's at $9.99. $9.99, $3.29 profit. Absolute fucking stone cold killer. But let's look at the charts, because this is where all the valuable data is. Again, the top chart is going to show us the pink line, which is where the buy box is. You can see it actually tells you which sellers were there and where they're at in the buy box. You can see the low side of the buy box and the high side. So you might ask me, Wensey, why would a person want to price at $7.98 when others are selling at $9.99? Motherfucking, I want to know why too. Who leaves $2 on the table? Who does that? I don't know. Misinformation, inaccurate pricing, not paying attention, not seeing that their items are selling out, not identifying the numbers of sellers have dropped from 65 all the way down to 35, and 30 sellers have dropped off the listing, not seeing that they're underpriced in comparison to some of their competitors that are selling for $2 more, not paying attention. Everybody does it. You can see the yellow line. This is what we were talking about, is actually the monthly sold. For those of you guys that want to turn stuff off and turn it on, all you have to do is just click on them and it'll turn it back on. And here you can see, you go, oh my gosh, 500, 600, 700 units, 600, 500, and now it's down to 400. There's a couple of reasons a listing goes from high, selling a lot, all the way down to low. It isn't always because the price goes up. In some cases, guys, the number of sales go down because the amount of inventory available in the marketplace actually drops, and it's not possible to sell 700. There aren't enough sellers. Now, I get a lot of questions from people all the time. How many is too many sellers? Well, in this case here, it took 54, almost 60 sellers to sell 700 units. And now that it's down here in the 30 range, it's actually closer to like 400. So in an example like this, it takes a lot of sellers to sell it. And so when I'm looking at this, I don't ever decide for myself whether or not I want to or I don't want to based on, oh, it has 60 sellers. I don't think I'll be able to compete. Well, here's the thing. That thing is profitable here at $7.99. It's profitable here at $8.99. It's profitable here at $9.99. It's really wherever you want to be priced at. So this gives you a good gauge of it. One thing I like to use is I actually like to use tracking products here. Gives you all the product and tells you when the product prices are changing. I also like to see the data in here. The product details right here can tell you what the average best sales rank or sales rank was on any product in there. It also tells you a lot of other information. For those of you guys, now this is a grocery product, but I'm going to talk to you for a minute. Down here in the bottom, I want to show you something. Some of you guys aren't approved for flammable goods like hairsprays and stuff, yet you still pick them up and you think you can send them into Amazon. Do you know that on KEEPA, right here at the bottom, if the product is flammable, it'll actually say it. It'll actually tell you that it's flammable, dangerous goods, and you can just disqualify this product in selling it, unless you intend to sell it FBM. But since we're in the market of trying to do more FBA, get our freedom back, have a little bit more fun with our lives, we're actually wanting to find all the information. Now, not all dangerous goods products show up on SellerAmp, so you'll want to see it there. The other thing which I think is important is right here under offers. It actually tells you right here how much everybody's been selling. So I like to look at this a lot because sometimes what happens is I don't always trust all the information that I see here, but I will tell you this. If I click on historical offers and then I put this in order of the last 30 days, I can see a good estimate of how much is selling. Now, sometimes the product shows it sold more than it actually did sell for that seller. And the only way you would know is if you were able to read these charts a little bit better. You can see this person had about 114 in stock for a while, and then they actually hit, it looks like they may have hit the buy box right here and then just started selling out. I like to see this. I like to see this downward trend of inventory that's actually dropping because that's their actual stock history. That is their stock history. You can learn a lot about how much a listing sells by actually looking at somebody's stock history. Now, most times I won't focus on this as much as I will focus on looking at this. I want to see this. I want to see that they sold this much right here. I want to see that this guy on September 6th had 54. And then right here on September the 21st, he only had 4. I want to see that because that's a good indication that this is selling. I like seeing this guy had 42 and then sold through this in a matter of just 5-6 days. I want to see that. I want to see this guy had 21 and he sold out most of his units within just 3 or 4 days. I want to see that. It's giving me an idea of whether or not it sells. Now, if I want to know how much everybody's the biggest sellers or the people who've sold the most have sold, I might put it in order and go, okay, this guy sold 1,733 units over 28 months. I go to the next one. He sold 1,067 over 28 months. These guys have been in the listing for quite some time. I kind of like it. I'm thinking, damn, I wish I could get some of that. So now that's why I tell everybody, you got to have SellerAmp and KEEPA. You got to go, they kind of go hand in hand. That's how you find out, whether or not it's profitable for you. And this is how you're going to find out how the stock histories are running. Now, you can also look at buy box statistics and find out what type of percentage each of the sellers are actually holding in the buy box and how long ago. I like to put it in last time they won the buy box. I like to look and see last time they won the buy box. And you can see over the last 24 hours or even the last day, there's been about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people sharing that buy box. So I like looking at this kind of information. This gives me a snapshot of whether or not I want to proceed further on a listing with something. The other thing is this, I don't talk about it a lot, but if you see the pink line at the top, it looks kind of stably straight. That's good. You see the bottom line of number of sellers dropping down? That's looking really good. It's looking like there's a big opportunity. But if you ever see these reversed and it's pink up here going downwards and it's purple down here going upwards, you are about to lose money. We call it the alligator's mouth. And I don't necessarily have a listing that I can show you. I wish I did right now, where we could see like an alligator's mouth closing, where you're like, damn, that one looks like I'm going to get my ass chewed. I'm going to tell you, I promise you this, when you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. I love all you guys. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I have 15-minute bookings in my bio for anybody that's interested in learning how to sell more on Amazon. This is just a little tiny tip on how to use KEEPA, so you can be a better Amazon seller. Good luck to everybody.